Hi everyone, I'm Sophie. Today I want to share something a little deeper than just a movie review. K-pop Demon Hunter in Netflix became a global hit. It's bold, vibrant, full of catchy music, but beneath all that, I saw something else. A story about guilt, about shame, about feeling like you can't be forgiven. And today, I want to talk about that. Not only through a character in the movie, but also through my own experience. Something I carried for a long time after losing my father. Before we getting into too deep, let's start with the amazing woman behind this story, the director Maggie Kang. She was born in Seoul, just like me, and moved to Toronto when she was little. She studied animation and worked for years in the background as a story artist at DreamWorks and other studios. But K-pop Demon Hunter was her dream project, and it wasn't something that happened overnight. It took Maggie and her team 7 years to bring this story to life. 7 years of writing, designing, animating, and just believing in a vision that didn't even exist yet. That's not just talent, is it? That's commitment, dedication. That's heart. She said she wanted to tell a story that reflected Korean culture, but also something deeper. A story about secrets, shame, and identity. And that brings me to the character who stood out to me the most. Not because he was handsome, flashy, or powerful, but because his pain felt so real and personal. Let's talk about Chino, the leader of the Saja Boys. Chino may seem like the villain at first. Powerful, mysterious, maybe even cold. But as the story unfolds, we learn something heartbreaking about him. As a boy, he was given a chance to escape poverty, but he was told that there was only room for one. So he made the choice to leave and abandoned his mother and sister to chase a better life. And they suffered, and that guilt, it never left him. What's worse is that the demon didn't just feed on his guilt, but twisted it. Told him over and over, you're a bad person, you're far gone, you can't be forgiven. The demon made him believe he was not worthy of love, not worthy of forgiveness, that he could never go back. And, it kind of took me to my past. My dad passed away a long time ago in 2007. When he passed away, I carried a deep, heavy guilt. I couldn't stop thinking about everything I could have done better, the ways I disappointed him. In a way, I left my family to come to America to have a better life. I mean, my family was not poor or anything. It was not like, like escaping from poverty or anything like that. But, I was longing for more opportunities to grow and be more successful. And when I came to America, I lived hard. I worked hard to prove that I was right. Anyway, when he passed away, with that guilt, it was so hard. And what was worse was that, I didn't get to apologize. And that guilt followed me almost a year. It took me a year to get out of it. I felt like I failed him, and I didn't deserve any peace. and a lot of regrets and what ifs, Looking back now, I think of myself like Chino, stuck in that same voice. You should have done better, you let him down, you were selfish, you were a bad daughter. But as time passed and through my faith in Christ, I began to heal. One day I realized he had already forgiven me, or he may not even think there's anything to forgive me. So I realized that the one thing left was I had to forgive myself, which is probably the hardest thing we could do, right? I remember praying a lot, and slowly I found peace. And after that, with my mom, I've been trying to live differently. I know that when she passes someday, I will still have regrets, but at least now I'm trying to be a better daughter to my mom. I say I love you more, and I say I'm sorry as soon as I realize I may have hurt her feeling. That's what made K-pop Demon Hunters so special to me. It's not just a K-pop animated movie. It's not just a fantasy. It's not just about a girl group fighting demons. It's about what happens when we believe the worst about ourselves, and how healing begins when we stopped running and finally start forgiving. Chino wasn't evil, he was hurting. And the moment he chose to face his past, to let go of the lie that he was beyond redemption, that's when he began to be free. So if you've ever carried guilt, if you've ever heard that voice inside saying, you can't be forgiven, you're a bad person, it's all done, there's nothing you can do about it, just know it's not true. It's just not. I am grateful to Maggie Kang and her team for enduring and staying dedicated, committed for 7 years to bring this story to life, for telling a story that reminds us, even when we carry shame, we can still fight, we can still laugh, we can still be free. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.
If you liked this video, please check out other videos in my channel. And if you like